Bondi Mount Pleasant Library, and fall is almost upon us, which means some of you are going off to college for the first time. I don't know what kind of setup you'll find yourselves with at college, and I know the dorms vary from campus to campus, so some of you might have meal plans with your accommodation, which is awesome, and you might be able to get up to 3 meals a day. But sometimes you might not make it to these meal times for various reasons. Sometimes you might just want to make something yourself in your own room, or make a little snack or a small bite to keep you going through the day. So that's what we're planning to talk about today, keeping in mind that everyone will have a slightly different situation. We're offering some tips and advice on how to make the food and eating component of your college experience enjoyable and satisfying. Before you make these meals and snacks, the first thing you need to do obviously is go grocery shopping. And there are a few tips about buying groceries that you should keep in mind when you're in college. The first is not to stock up, but shop more frequently and get smaller quantities, because you don't want to have to keep things in your room that are going to go off or maybe not last quite so long, especially if you don't have a refrigerator or easy access to a refrigerator. It's a good idea to have some meals planned when you go shopping. If you're planning to make a meal during the week, then you can shop for specific items rather than assembling a meal when you're tired and you've been in class all day and you just can't be bothered thinking about what you're going to eat. Also, buy things that you know will have a longer shelf life, so things like nut butters. So I've got here some peanut butter and some Nutella, things like that. Nuts, dried fruit, cherry tomatoes have a pretty good shelf life, things like that you know are going to last. And also buy packaged food that's healthier. So I know it's really tempting to buy chips and stuff like that, but things like whole grain crackers, granola also have a good shelf life and are a little bit healthier to snack on. Things like canned tuna fish, canned chicken, corn kernels, beans, pickled vegetables, olives, all of those things, they last a really long time, and a lot of them don't require refrigeration at all. Sometimes you might have to refrigerate them if you've opened them. And also you should stock up on spices. So I've just got a couple of examples: chili flakes, everything but the bagel seasoning, things like that are your favorites. Get some of those in, especially when you go shopping for the first time. And if you like things like soy sauce or ketchup, we've got some balsamic vinegar. Those sorts of things also have a really long shelf life, and you can keep those in your dorm. And last but not least, things like packaged rices that also don't require refrigeration, but can make a very quick on-the-go meal. It's really fun to shop for lamps and comforters and all those lovely things that make your dorm room really homey. But another important part of fitting out your dorm room is getting good storage. Some of you might have kitchens or access to kitchens and kitchenettes where you can store your food, and some of you may not, depending on what your setup is. So for those of you who don't have kitchenettes, it's good to get your hands on a good size large container with a lid. This one has a nice sealable lid that clicks into place, keeps things fresh, also keeps out little critters, which you really don't want in your dorm room, and keeps all of your food centrally located. You can get much bigger ones than this too. This is just an example. Also, just as important as storage is your equipment or storage type equipment. It's good to get your hands on some Ziplocs, and you can get Ziplocs in varying sizes to keep your food fresh once you've opened it. Chip clips, also if you've opened like a package of granola or something like that, you can clip it shut, and good to have some cling wrap on hand as well. It's good to have a good size mug. I like to do just 2 of everything, because then if you're in a rush and something's dirty, you've got a spare to use. But a good size mug, because you can use this to make little rice casseroles, put soup in it, or coffee, or whatever it might be. If it's a good decent size mug, then it's very handy. 2 knives, 2 forks, 2 spoons, just for eating obviously. 2 bowls, again for eating, and it's good to get a decent sized bowl, because then you can make a big salad or whatever it might be, and 2 plates. We've just got one there as an example. Cutting board. This is just a cute little cutting board. You're not going to need anything too huge, especially if you're just cooking for one person. And a good, decent, sharp knife. Can opener is always a good essential to have. Can never go wrong with having a good storage of paper towels, because they're always handy. And then for cleaning, you can use a similar size container that we use to store our equipment. You can use that as a sink if you don't have access to a sink to clean your dishes. You can just fill that with water and wash your dishes in that. All you need is some dishwashing liquid, a sponge, and a kitchen towel, and you're good to go. Healthy snacks are going to keep you sustained throughout the day while you run from class to class and study. Pre-packaged snacks are going to be pricey and probably not as healthy a choice often. So things like half an avocado mashed with salt and lemon juice, you can eat that with pretzels. That's quite filling and keeps you going for quite a while. Things like trail mix are good with pretzels and nuts and that sort of mix in it. Other quick grab snacks are things like dry cereal, dried apricots, even those squeezable fruit packs. They're real fruit and they're not just for toddlers, so those are always a good choice too. And then this is a recipe we made, and we'll link the recipe in the below the video, but these are energy balls, and these are really quick and easy mash of oats and honey, peanut butter, chocolate chips, things like that, that are full of protein and would keep you sustained and satisfied throughout the day. We're going to link some of the rest of the recipes to the video so that you can print them off and take them with you to college. Some of them are no-bake recipes like the energy balls, and other ones require the use of a microwave, but they're all really simple and quick and easy. This is an example of one of those recipes. This is a cheesy broccoli rice, and we're using just one of these little 1-minute rice cups that we've cooked for 1 minute in the microwave, so that one's cooked. And in this bowl we've got a small head of broccoli florets that we've just broken up and put into a bowl with 2 tablespoons of water. And to that we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of grated cheddar cheese. Let's put that in, and you can add more cheese if you like things extra cheesy. Let's get all of it in. And then we're going to put this in the microwave and cook it for 2 minutes. So this is 2 minutes in the microwave, and you can see all that cheesy goodness in there, and the broccoli's nice and soft and tender. So we're just going to go in and mash it with a fork. Okay, once it's all mashed, we're going to add the rice that we cooked from the cup and mix it all together. Nice cheesy broccoli rice. You can see all that cheese is really melted in there. You can add some hot sauce, black pepper, anything you like to add a bit of spice, and away you go. This last recipe has to be one of the easiest recipes you can ever make. So all you need is some tortillas, and you can have whatever size you like. You can have whole wheat tortillas, you can have spinach wraps, you can have street tacos, whatever your preferred tortilla is. Put it on a paper towel or a microwavable plate. You can use 2 tortillas too if you're especially hungry, but I'm just going to make 1 as an example. Cover half with some grated cheese of your choice. Spread it around. Now here, if you wanted to cover the whole thing in cheese and put another tortilla on top, that would work also. But for this one, we're just going to fold it over, press it down, and then I'm going to put this in the microwave. Alright, so I've taken it out of the microwave and it's, ouch, piping hot. So you can see the cheese. I don't know if you can see the cheese. It's kind of all melted. It's all gooey and good. So you can just cut it into little slices like this and serve it with some sour cream or some guacamole or salsa or whatever you like to top your quesadillas with. And my daughter just reminded me, on the odd occasion that you actually do go and get fast food while you're in college, don't forget to try and pick up some of those extra sauces, especially if they're free, because they go fantastic with your quesadillas, your college dorm quesadillas. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the tips and the recipes. If you want any of the recipes, we're going to link them all below this video. And I hope you guys have a great year at college. Have fun.